we're live. Let me check some things. How are y'all? How's everybody doing this morning? Need to get a bunch of windows opened up, so bear with me. Oh boy, I need more windows than what I've got. I really want Discord over there though, so... Okay, alright, and then I need one more window for monitoring the Twitches and the YouTubers. How is everybody? Do we got anybody in chat? Let's see. Nobody in there yet. Let me get some links out to the stream. We need studio of the YouTubers. Studio.YouTube. There we go. And then we also need to mute that tab. And we're gonna need a Twitch one that's also of the muted variety. And then get signed in. What's up, Squirrel? How you doing? I'm over here just trying to get things going this morning. I had 9-inch nails last night, and so yeah, it was a little late on the getting home front, and then wife has got a festival she's going to tonight, so I had to help her get everything she needed together to go to that, which made me run late. So sorry for being a few minutes late. Let's see. Creator dashboard, stream manager. There we go. All right, it says live, says excellent on that one. Then if we go to this one, we go here, should have my control room. Sweet. They both say that we're live. Bonnaroo in 08. Yeah, we had already, let's see, we had already quit going by 08 to Bonnaroo. We went the first 4 years. But yeah, all right. Let's do something other than stare at a screen with our character. Hey, what's up? All right, what were we doing? The Rift Crystal, the Collider, new base build, question mark, automate, just dire things, fuel, engine, better cores. Oh, we were going to see if the steam engine puts out more power with better cores. Time crystals, what is that? Thermo plus uranium power. That's the one that you wanted me to try. Canola all the way to turbo fuel and the fuel generator. Okay, that seems like 4 hours worth of stuff to do. So let's take a look at that. Where were we? We were looking at power generation, acquiring crude oil. So to get crude, we're gonna have to make it, and we can make it in the mixer or in the thermo-pneumatic processing plant. But I think the mixer is the one we're going to need to make it in. And it takes redstone and nitrite dust with ethanol, or it takes empowered canola seeds and refined canola oil. So we get refined canola oil from canola oil, which we get from pressing in a canola press. Okay, so canola press, and then uses of that. And then uses on this, we need a fermenting barrel. Okay, and then uses on that, we need the recipe for this. And that gets us all the way to there. Crystallized canola goes in front of the atomic reconstructor. Okay. So, if we're going to automate this, how do we empower canola? In the empower, but we got to get the crystallized first. And we should have a bunch of seeds. All right. We've got a decent amount of seeds. We could have more, but we have a decent amount. That should be enough to get us going. So the crystallized ones, I guess, are step A. Uses atomic reconstructor, crystallized. Let's do a stack of crystallized. Where is our atomic reconstructor? Upstairs. Why am I running up the stairs? Where is my game sounds? Oh, I've got them on my headphone. 1 second, got to tab out here and put my audio on my studio speakers so I don't have to sweat the whole stream. There we go. It's raining. I can hear it now. So we do that and we zap-a-dappa. Joom. Nice. Okay. Whoop. So we've got a refined canola, which are these, which go in the middle. And then canola seeds. Do we have modular routers in here? Let's see. At modular. We do. Okay. Oh, we've even got one. Awesome. Let's automate the empowered canola with modular routers. So we're gonna need some sender modules. Mark 3, right, allows me to do the whole round robin thing, and then we're gonna need a puller module Mark 2. So let's get that and that. Did we get into auto crafting? Yes. What do we have? How many rooms for patterns? We've got one full pattern provider. Okay. What about extended pattern providers? We do have them. But we have not gotten into all of the concurrent stuff. How is our path for intro? Budding Fluix. Okay. Budding Introx Fluix. Okay, so let's look that up and see what's going to take us. Budding Introx is in there. We got to make this one. So Fluix block and an intro seed in a crystal assembler. Okay, so we need a crystal assembler. Which means we need an extended machine frame. Wait, that doesn't make sense. There's gotta be a way to do it the first time. Thought it was just right click it, right? How do I get my intro seed? Okay, and then a Fluix block. We need to make a seed for these. Okay. Put it right here. So how are we doing? Uh-oh. Your Twitch stream says new pack. This stupid thing. Edit stream info. Stream manager, stream preview. Yeah, wait, on mine it says a different thing. Alright, so... Oh, the tags. Okay, so Project Architect 2. Alright, so this is Oceanblock 2. There we go. You were talking about tags. Got the... that should be updated now, hopefully. Good eye. Okay. Back to what we were doing. Oceanblock. And then, there we go. Okay, yeah. Alright, so we will let that grow and get us some intro crystals going for pattern providers. Extended pattern providers, but it's not going to be a right now thing. Alright, we have our Skulk. Modular router. Puller module Mark II. Puller module Mark 1. We need paper. Okay. There's our blank modules. Let's go ahead and make a couple batches of those. We need a sticky piston. Sticky piston. Okay, so we're going to need just the one puller module to get our drops back out of the middle. And then the cinder module Mark II, cinder module Mark 1, Mark 1, Mark 2, and Mark 3. We need endstone. What is our path for endstone? Lava. Hold on. So our path for endstone. We can make it with some R's. Hostile neural networks. Endstone pebbles. Tempered glass jar. So lava, glowstone, normal open air temperatures gives us endstone. Okay. So bucket. We've got some lava right there. Here's a just open air one. Okay, let's take our salt out. And we were gonna go lava with what? Lava with glowstone. All right, getting some endstone. Aren't we like sieving crushed endstone or something? I guess maybe not. What did we complete? Oh, some actually addition stuff. Nice. All right, there is our endstone. Now we need an ender chest. I have endered, no biggie, and now we need some more obsidian. Thought we set up a automated obsidian thing at some point. With a drawer and all. I guess not. Okay, well, we could make obsidian right here, right? So if we just get more lava. there. And then water. Don't we have a fluid drawer somewhere with water in it? Didn't we do that? Or a sink. Or something. What did we do for water? Did we put it down here? No. Is it like out here? Yes. Okay. Let's get out our... Man, I came all this way for water and I had it on my player. You guys watch me. Y'all are the suckers. Happens without fail every time on Twitch. Congrats on 50 followers. Wait, it only shows me 44 on my end. I only see 44. But whatever. Cool. Thanks. If it really did happen. Oh god, airdrop, I missed one. Where was I going? I was going here, and we were going to put water in here, and that should make us obsidian, right? Yep. Oh look, I had some in there too. Cool. How many of you already noticed that? Squirrel probably did. So there's that, and there's our end stone, and now we can make our cinder module Mark III. So now we've got our cinder, and we've got our puller. So we've just got to tell it we need a chest. Any chest will do. Alright, so if we put this, like, here, we put the modular router. Oh, we're gonna need, I guess another puller for it to be able to pull things from the chest. Dang it. Cinder module. Whitelist. And you're gonna send canola seeds. And you're gonna send them to there. Wait, Mark III isn't the one that I can do multiples? I thought Mark III was the one that you can do. Alright, at mod. Okay, Cinder Mark III, Flinger, Extruder. I must have this mixed up. What is the one where I can do multiple destinations? Distribution module. There we go. Takes 3 Mark II cinders. Okay, so we're gonna need 3 Mark II cinders. So 3, we need a bow. We need to make some bows. At least 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. And now, cinder Mark IIs. So 1, 2, 3 of them. Mark II. 1, 2, 3. And then uses, distribution module. There we go. So now, all right, so you are going to be a whitelist for canola seeds. Transfer out of the router. And then we're going to need one more puller module, but it can be a Mark I. Now, the downside is going to be, it's going to fill the buffer up with the 1 canola seeds if you put more than what you need in here. All right, well, you're gonna pull from the left, and a white list and canola seeds. And then, so now if you do that, and I put these in there, redstone mode always. Did this not save? This didn't save. Okay, so canola seeds. Canola, okay. And then now, you must not have saved either. From the left, white list. There we go. I saw it shake in my hand, which means it took it. Okay, so there's that. But now, see, it's going to fill the buffer. Dang it. So if we're not doing a pattern provider that sends them the exact amount, we're going to need a second modular router to handle the middle and pulling the item back, I guess. Okay, let's make one. Speaking of Discord, don't forget stream announcements. Gosh dang it, Bobby. Oh, the follower goal was just started last month. Yeah, so we haven't made it there. I would love to make it there. I think 50 is the one for monetization or whatever on Twitch. All right. What was I doing? I done forgot modular routers. There we go. There's 4 of them. They're cheap enough. And so you are gonna sender module to this one. And you are gonna send crystallized canola. And then you're gonna also need one more. And it needs a puller Mark II, which we have. And you are gonna pull the empowered canola on a whitelist. And then we just need one to send that back to the chest. So sender Mark I is fine. And you're gonna send empowered canola to the right on a whitelist. And now I can't open my chest because I put a modular router on top of it. Great. Okay. Is it working? Heck yeah. I mean, it's crude as all get out, but there are our empowered canola seeds. So, uses on those. they go with refined canola oil. So now we need to get our canola press going. What do we need? We need one of these coils. There we go. And a fermenting barrel. Sweet. All right, you told me I needed to post the links, and I still haven't done that. Let's go get that done. Discord. Where's Discord? There's Discord. Announcements. We can edit. Well, what did I say we're working on? Need to stay in the rift longer. And then if I go ahead and grab this one too. Sweet. Announcement made on the server, on the Discord server. There we go. More canola seeds. Let's just get them all in there, I guess. Okay. We're up to 16 empowered. All right, and we got our fermenting barrel and our press. All right, where are we gonna make this oil at? We are running out of room. Out of range? How can I be out of range? Don't do me like that. Okay, we need somewhere to make stuff. We are swiftly running out of space. I guess we can just do it here. So canola press takes power. Okay. Flux point. Flux point. There we go. All right, so now we put this down and give it some power. There's nobody else with a power network yet. All right, canola press takes canola this kind, and we just send it in. Awesome. Let's get a fluid drawer. There we go. And now we can use a puller upgrade. Oh, look, it automatically outputs. We don't even need the puller upgrade. Heck yeah. Then we're just going to need, well, we could use a pusher upgrade. Pusher. Call me the pusher man. See chat moving. I don't know. I mean, maybe? Question mark? I don't think anybody's asked. Whew. I got to sweating helping the wife get ready to head out because she's going straight to her festival thing from work. So I was like running around trying to make sure she had everything she needed. It got me sweating. Hope everyone's breakfast is going well. My plain bagel with strawberry cream cheese. Making it happen. All right, so we want you to push to the east. Heck yeah. And then one more fluid drawer. Should get us refined canola oil. There we go. Let's lock them and link them. Lock, link. Awesome. So we have access to refined canola oil from our system. There it is. Heck yeah. All right. Now, what do we do with the refined canola? Empowered canola seeds, refined canola. Let's claim all our quest rewards. Didn't get anything worth getting. All right. The refined canola makes crude somehow. Refined canola uses in the Nautek mixer. Okay. So in our mixer, if we took a bucket, do we have a bucket yet? We do. So if we took, well, actually, we can take all of it with our canister. There we go. And we put it in here. And then we put these in there. How do I turn you on? Lever? Status inactive. Did we ever make this thing work before? I thought we did. There we go. Heck yeah. Crude oil. All right, but it wants... All right, another fluid drawer, I guess. Fluid drawer. And it wants us to get a bucket of this. So let's get a couple buckets. We'll use one for the fluid drawer. There we go. Fill you with crude oil. Get our other bucket out. Get our bucket of crude oil. Black Gold Texas tea. An Eclipse alloy template for free, but I think we've already upgraded everything. But sure. Looks like we're good to go on things. Sweet. Still just a hanging. All right. So now that takes us to the fuel generator, which, by the way, we are on task, y'all. Look, this stuff's on the clipboard. We can even mark some stuff off. So we did canola. We didn't go all the way to turbo fuel. So not yet. Let's take a look at what that takes. So crude oil is what we're going to turn in to turbo fuel. So let's go look at that pattern. Turbo fuel. So we'd need to take crude oil and combine it with fluxite in the centrifuge. Okay, we can do that. That's no biggie. Dang, how big's the buffer on this thing? Every day I'm buffering. Oh, sorry. Config, link, upgrade. Do we have any? We got a diamond one that works. It is linked. Nice. Dude, for real, like, how many buckets does this thing hold? All right, I gotta, like... Is it glitched in giving me infinite crude oil? Or is it just that fast? $151 and 29 left. I think it might have glitched and is just giving us infinite crude oil. Nope, not anymore. We must have run out of prismarine shards. No, it's not making anymore. Oh well, we got enough. We got a bunch of crude. Okay, and that's accessible via AE2. So now we need to get to our centrifuge down here. But we need some crude. Crude. Okay, I don't know what's going on with that. Either it gives us like an absolute ton or it's messed up. So now we need fluxite. Okay. Why was there a broken fluid pipe? Because that's how you get it into here, dummy. Pull. Cool. And then put that in. Sweet, turbo fuel. All right, now we got to make this generator. Ashley Edition's book has been a work in progress since at least when you started with us on All the Mods 10. Would hurry up and at least get some book entries. Yeah. I mean, at least the mod's functional. Yeah, I didn't know that Ortec pipes got washed away with water. Bagel. I didn't mean to put turbo fuel in there. How do I get it out? Do I have to void it? Okay, so I gotta put the centrifuge down first and the fluid add-on before I build it. Nope. What is happening? There we go. I don't know why it needed it that way this time, but that works. Cool. Turbo fuel. Done. Wow. All right, now we can mark something off on the clipboard. Darn right, too late. Gonna make you cry over there. Over spilt turbo fuel. Fuel generator. Enderic lens. Uh, the assembler, Echo, Enderic compound. Echo? Enderic compound. And whatever. Adamant. Up, an adamant. Well, yes, the add-on wasn't on the add-on spot. I figured that out. Ow! Ouch! Something is biting my foot. Okay, boy. I got a new chair. I don't like it. I like the one that squeaks way better. What were we doing other than losing our mind? Turbo fuel. We were making this thing, the fuel generator, but we needed the assembler to make this. Wait, no. There we go. I don't know how many of these we're going to need. Let's just make a couple because we've needed a couple so far. That's good. It jumped up and bit me. Okay. Fuel generator. Heck yeah. Oh, this is going to take a lot of machine cores. We need somewhere to put it. Okay, we need a bunch of machine core things. Improved machine cores. There we go. We need more. Give me more. 10 more. Heck yeah. Ortec's so cool, man. How everything, like, just works. Does it want it in bucket form? All right, well, let's make another fluid drawer. Couple more buckets. Let's see. Fluid drawer. There it is. So we're going to toss down a fluid drawer there. And we're going to fill it with turbo fuel and get a bucket and give this a bucket. There we go. All right, so we are full on turbo fuel, meaning I should be able to leave that bucket in there. 240 ticks, efficiency 100%. Maximum usage 4 KRF a tick, maximum transfer 4.1, 99% charged. We need a flux plug. All right, and then we're going to need another batch of the cores. No biggie. And flux plug. So now, if I put you right there, put you on the Big Woolly network, is that the output side? I would hope so. So yeah, there we have it. Does it burn? It looks like it stops once the buffer's full too, so it doesn't waste your fuel. Heck yeah. All right. Fuel generator, check. All right, Rift Crystal. Let's take a look at what that is. Check out the mod and tool for pipe connectors. It lets you find the shortest path between things and auto place pipes from your offhand. What? I don't know. I don't know if I want to go exploring. That sounds like a rabbit hole. Turbo fuel, bum bum bum. Sweet, we can use that for the armor and the jetpacks. Oh, seed. We should do that. Fluix seed. Charged void flame. Superheated with... Oh, we got to make the fuels. Okay. That's why we weren't doing that yet. All right, all right, all right. How are we? Trying to get my bagel down so that, you know, I got some fuel. It was a late show. All right. What is this amulet? Amulet. Netherite, chain quality, max health. What are we wearing? That gives us experience. Let's go with max health. Cool. I like that better. Okay. Let's see how much it gives us. 3.5 extra hearts? Heck yeah. Okay. We were looking at this. The crystal. Rift attenuation crystal. We are going to need to make promethium, Heisenberg compensator, an abyssal pearl, teleportation core, and we've got echo shards. That sounds complicated. Promethium. Hey, get the heck out of here, Phantom. Dang it, I'm out of coffee. Gotta go get coffee. Coffee is desperately needed in this situation. Coffee. This is my I'm getting coffee face. Alrighty, that was quick coffee time. And I turned on the light in here so I don't feel like I'm in a cave. Alrighty. Now I feel like I can tackle this. Probably not. It's gonna suck. Promethium, we make it in the engraver? Huh? Alright, we're gonna have to make an overcharged crystal and a Heisenberg compensator. Heisenberg compensator is super AI chip or unholy intelligence. Duratanium and advanced computing engines. Okay, that comes from alloying, which I think we've already made some of that. Yeah, I'm back before you even put that in the chat. How you doing, Lady Eternity? Welcome in. Alrighty, we are down the rabbit hole we go. We made some of that, some of the Duratanium. What about the advanced computing engine? We need silicon wafers and processing units. So do we have any of those? Processing we do. Silicon we have not made yet. How do we make those? In the atomic forge, which we made last time. Ooh, hot coffee makes coffee cups hot. Free advice. Wait, is all of this engraving stuff done in the atomic forge? Okay, so we have the forge, right? We made that last time upstairs. Let's just put our eyes on it to make sure we know what we got. Fragment forge. Did we not make the atomic one? I thought we did. Atomic forge. Okay, yep. So we have our atomic forge. And then this gets made in the Empowerer. Promethium is made here. We need Heisenberg compensators, which we're chasing. Right now we're chasing these advanced. Now we're chasing the silicone. Okay. So we need carbon fiber strands and silicone. Carbon fiber strands. Silicone. Okay. So we do this and this. Huh, look at that. It like shakes when it makes it. That's cool. Dude, Oratech is the graphic like piece of Oratech is just so friggin' cool. All right. Processing units. All right, so now I think we're good on silicone and that for now. So if we do this with a processing unit, we're gonna need more than one of those, okay. I usually miss your streams because you're working, but it's awesome. Cool, well, glad to have you in. Thanks for joining us. We do this every Saturday. We're gonna need more processing units, which we make in the assembler. Carbon fiber strands, electrum, redstone. Electrum, I got some of that. Carbon fiber, redstone. What else was it for these? Plastic sheets, which I think I just took a bunch out of the machine. Yeah, okay. So come over here to our assembler, and we can get more of these going. I think this is the mod where everything has to be in order, right? Electrum, redstone. Electrum, redstone. Cool. That'll make us up a bunch more of the processing units, but we've got enough to move on. So I think the super AI chip is the next one. Yep, so we need that Duratanium. Okay. So 2 of these and 1 of those. Boy, this thing uses some power. I guess I want to go see if our new fuel generator, well, we'll have to catch it when we're crafting the next thing. Artificial brilliance. Yay. Okay, we're almost to our Heisenberg compensator. We just need some adamant. Okay, so put you there, put this here. And are you outputting power? Doesn't look like it. Is this thing out of power? What's happening? I'm so confused. But whatever. We don't seem to be running out of power, so that's the important part. All right, so there's our Heisenberg compensator, which uses on it in the Empowerer with 2 overcharged crystals to make promethium. Okay, and then we're gonna need 2 of them because we need promethium for that, so we need another Heisenberg compensator, so we need another super AI. We were working on these for that. Okay. So we need another. Yeah, okay. So this goes like this, and this goes like this. Okay. So that gets us those, and then this is, yep, you with 2 of thems. Alrighty. Which table sound effect? Yeah, the Oratech stuff is really, I mean, honestly, just all around, I think Oratech is a really well put together mod. Okay, and then our Heisenberg compensator is cheap, really. Coffee. Bagel. I have gotten cream cheese in my mustache. There's a joke there. Don't tell it. All right. Oh, nope. There we go. Now, for the promethium, we got to figure out these things. We can make it in the particle accelerator, or we can craft it that way. What? That craft seems crazy. Oh boy. Are we about to have to do the particle collision stuff in Oratech? I think we're about to get like super nerdy. We should probably also consider storing up some levels, because I have a tendency of dying and losing all my levels, and that would suck. Yeah, Oratech stuff is really like the animations too. When you activate things, like when you make the machine and it has to like assemble it, they like expand like a transformer. I like it a lot. And they're all animated when they work, so like the centrifuge spins and really friggin' cool. My inventory is becoming quickly a hot mess. All right, let's look at it. I can't avoid it forever. Particle accelerators are quite complex. Because of this, each part is split into different quests to break down how they all work. To create new items with this machine, you will need to collide items from 2 separate controllers. Okay. Well, I guess let's get going. We got to make more of this duratanium stuff. So platinum and netherite. Netherite. Oh, we've got like blocks of netherite. We're good. We ought to get that in a compacting drawer. There we go. Let's put some stuff up. My inventory's a hot mess. All right, you can go in the backpack, backpack. Torches can go in the backpack. That's what we're making currently. Oh, I just put my fluid pipes up. It's okay. It'll be okay. Just do what you wanna. It'll be okay. All right, get that out. Let's put this stuff up, and then we're working on our overcharge crystals, but we got to get into the particle accelerator for that. So there's those batteries. Superconductor, we need fine wire and a dubious container. Doobie doo. So fine wire. How do I make that? Cool. That seems easy enough. All right, and then we're still trying to craft. So we need fine wire, flux gate, and all right, let's get it all out. Fine wire. Check. Flux gate. Don't have. How do we get it? In the assembler with fluxite, platinum, and a processing unit. So fluxite, platinum, and a processing unit, which we've got. Okay. So it was like this, and that, and that. Nope. Platinum, 2 fluxite, and I've got these swapped. Wow, I can't believe that they have to be like in the right order. That would suck for automating it. I mean, I guess with pattern providers, it inserts the items in the order that you put them in the pattern when you're doing your pattern grid. So you could, in theory, have it insert them in the right order. But I wonder if you were piping in, if it would stack like items. So, because that would be a problem. Interesting. Super chat, what's up with that? Thank you. You definitely don't have to do that. But I appreciate it. Yeah, the order for it appears the order matters for all Oratech machines. So, like I said, automating it I think would be the hard part there. Let's save our processing units. I think we've got enough for right now. So we need a flux gate, fine wire, dubious container, flux gate, fine wire, dubious container, and what was the other thing? Energite. Cool. Energite. And so order matters. We're making this thing flux gate, fine wire, container. So flux gate, fine wire, container, interject. There we go. Thanks again, Squirrel. You definitely don't have to do that. I mean, you're in the streams all the time, every week anyways. I haven't looked to see how we're doing over there. Okay. Sweet. 3 superconductors for 1 craft. That's not too bad. And then now we just need a duratanium, and that is in the alloyer, which we were gonna do. And we got our platinum back. Nice. Alloyer is over here. Nope, that's the foundry, but that's what you alloy in. Duh. Ow. All right. And then that should be it. We should be able to make the motor. Okay. And now we are working on this. So we need 5 of those. We have our flux gates and just a dropper. So we're waiting on 5 duratanium. Heck yeah. Control I brings up the slot info option enabled, but Super Factory Manager that works in a general sense to give info about inventory slots. ID can place according to slot, for example. Control I, but you got to have like the Super Factory Manager bits in your inventory too. All right, there's our duratanium. We just need a dropper. Simple enough. Particle accelerator. Bum, bum, bum. Give me one for free. That'd be nice. All right, when particles of different items collide, they can create new items. The particle starts from the accelerator block where you can insert any item to be used as a particle. A straight guide ring needs to be placed right behind the controller, facing to the side with the visuals aligning correctly. Once inserted, the particle travels along the route defined by the guide rings. They can be right-clicked to add a 45-degree turn on one side. Another guide ring needs to be in the particle's path as defined by the guide rings. Depending on the speed, the allowed distance between guide rings increases. This means that at higher speeds, the distance between guide rings can be larger. Okay. Now, we're going to need some of each of these. So, that's the guide rings. We're going to need bunches of those. Tachyon absorber. We're going to need to make more superconductors, too. Oh, we got quest credit for something in here. Where? Oh, down here. Particle accelerator trophy. That's our 3rd trophy. Let's go. We got a trophy area right here. Boom. Heck yeah. All right. And back to Oratech. Let's collapse some of these quest lines. Oratech. And then the last one is the particle accelerator sensor. Okay, so let's read these. Particle accelerators can be built in various ways depending on their slots. A straight line of linear motors can shoot particles at something, but higher speeds are more efficiently reached with a circular design. Very large rings might be needed to reach certain elements. Slow particles require guide rings to be close together, so starting in a small ring and then using redstone to move to a larger ring often makes sense. Multiple ring stages might be necessary in some cases. What the heck? Are we like physicists or something? What are we doing here? When particles collide at high speeds, they will emit energy-dense tachyons. The higher the collision energy, the more energy will be ejected with tachyons. They'll also fly further, and there will be more tachyons at higher speed. Tachyon absorbers can be used to catch those particles and turn them into energy. The tachyons will always exit in random directions at the collision point. Surrounding the entire area in the collectors usually ensures you catch them all. If all the tachyons are collected, you can get up to 3 times the amount of energy that was used to accelerate the particles. However, for larger collisions, a lot of high-energy tachyons will be emitted, quickly filling the capacitor of a single collector. Placing the tachyon absorbers further back allows the tachyons to be spread over multiple absorbers so they don't fill up too quickly and get overwhelmed. At higher collisions, tachyons will travel further from the point of collision. Cool. And then... okay, we haven't read this one either. Super handy feature. Have your inventory open and right-click a machine, or right-click machine in GUI, and then try the control. Okay. Oh, he wants me to try the stinking. GUI slots don't always correspond to automation slots. Okay. So this is for Super Factory Manager. So those slot numbers are what I would use to tell it to put 1 and 1. Okay. Okay. All right. That's pretty cool. Where were we? We were reading. This is reading with Big Wooly. Particle Accelerator Wiki. Oh yes. Let's just open that. Okie dokie. Whoa! That looks crazy complicated. Alright. Dude, my brain hurts. Online resource, you'd have to look up where that you can either get a building gadget template or a schematic cannon blueprint for the particle accelerator. Interesting. Interesting. Bagel. All right, our last bit of reading, and then we will get on to doing some stuff. When a redstone signal is applied to a non-straight guide rings, it becomes a switch block. When powered on, it leads particles straight. When powered off, it guides them to the original direction. Particle can also enter from the other direction, visualized by the smaller red glass tube, following the path of the white tube and entering from both the red and white. Higher speeds, particles can't take tight turns. If the last full 90-degree turn is too close, it exits the guided path and shoots out into the world. Following shows the required speed for each redstone level. Okay. All right, let's make some stuff because my head hurts from reading all that. What do we need to make? We made our particle accelerator. Now we need guide rings, a bunch of these. God, we're gonna need so many of these superconductors. Fluxgate, fine wire, dubious container. Now we're gonna need more enderic compound. Great. Great. Gotta love running out of stuff. Are we gonna make it through particle acceleration in one episode or one stream? I don't know. Fine wire, flux gate, and energite. So fine wire. Flux gate. We're gonna need more flux gates. Oh boy. Shoot. And we used all of our platinum. Great. So we need more platinum. There we go, it just used some power from this. Sweet. Alright, that's fixed. Platinum. Where do we get platinum from? From fragmenting if whatever isnium. Okay, so let's go fragment some more. Fragmenting forge. There we go. Oh boy. And back to the SFM slot of info. It's not just for Super Factory Manager. Right, but what else can address those different slots when it's like inserting would be, you know, if it's not Super Factory Manager, how are we doing that, I guess? Oh, coffee. Man. Wake up, Wooly. All right, while we wait on this platinum, I am going to go and get myself an allergy pill because I am clawing my skin off, and I will be right back. Oh boy. Allergies suck. You guys don't want them. Just putting it out there. Oh man. Whew. All right, so what time did I take that? 9:47. All right, so by 10:30, hopefully, I will not be clawing my skin off anymore. All right, combine those into platinum clusters. Uh-oh, squirrel joined. Let's we could slash kill him for fun, you know. Wait, I don't have. Am I not opt? Oh, it'll work. It's just capped. Okay. There we go. I'm not that mean. I mean, maybe I am, but not today. All right, uses on the platinum cluster. Do we have any way to duplicate this? Combiner item. Oh, we were doing it. Yeah, we get 2 ingots per if we do it in the forge. So, or that thing. All right, let's make it daytime. Don't kill me. I would say I wouldn't do that, but I totally would. You know, I really am. I'm mean. All right, so platinum into there. We got our ingot mold. Could we pipe out of that? Probably with some item pipes and a chest. So chest. And then item pipes. And then if we tell that to extract, put this here, and then now. Sweet, we could make a clicker, like a Just Dire Things clicker would probably automate this for us. So simple clicker, ferrocore, so we need some iron. Let's see if we've got any ferrocore that just needs smelting. We don't. Okay. Iron blocks. Over here. Don't you know? Get ourselves a little bit of ferrocore here. We're going to make a clicker real quick. Something we should have done a long time ago. But we can use that clicker, and with that item pipe, it will allow us to automate the ore production out of the whatever that thing is. The forge or whatever. Why are there so many forges? Let's toss this in here. Raw ferrocore. Oop, airdrop. We should probably go get that. Yeah, let's go get the airdrop while this is smelting. 115 blocks to the south, and we need our wand. Entangled blocks. We have entangled blocks in this pack. Heck yes. I was talking with that. Oh, we got an awakened supremium axe? Dang. Look at that attack damage. 32 attack damage. Holy cow. The day is still young, though. I might just for fun. Don't you dare. I mean, I'll just... Dimensional cells. What are those? Can store power optionally in a big multi-dimensional structure. Interesting. I feel like these might have gotten better. Look at that, an awakened supremium shovel. And a sword. We got everything to make the Paxel. What? Alright, I think these things just, they must have gotten better, because that's like the best drops I've seen out of one of these. Alright, we were working on the clicker, but we needed ferrocore. But our inventory is a hot mess, so we're going to put that away. Entangled block. Ooh, a tier 4 storage stabilizer. Not that we need anything like that. Alright, how do I make the Paxel? Awakened. Paxel. Oh, is that not in this pack? mean, it couldn't be as simple as... Nope. Maybe they don't have the Paxil in there, but we got the sword and the shovel, and these are like unbreaking usually. So, heck yeah. Particle accelerators. Nice. Nice. Okay, the tachyon ring. We need more superconductors and another big solar panel. We need more flux gates. So we need more platinum, which is what we're working on. All right, get your ferrocore. And now we can make our simple clicker. Boy, I get distracted. Simple block breaker. We want the clicker. Simple clicker. So now just a dropper. No, a dispenser. Dispenser. And an eye of ender. There we go. All right, now, how do I make you click this thing? Forgot I had made a whole block of platinum too, because you can do it in whole blocks. All right, target blocks, target air, target hostiles, target passive, target blocks. With a right click. Down. There we go. Ignored. So I don't need it to show fake player. No. All right, this is not working out. Let's get some cobble and see if we can aim it the right way. I don't know if it has to be like facing it or something. Aha! Look at that. It does have to be facing it, I guess. That's sweet though, because now when we get our platinum or anything we want to duplicate, we can just toss it into the here and it will click and make us our ingots. Heck yeah. Automating stuff. Yeah, you and your, like, this mod pack's only got 430 mods. Let me just add 3 more for creature comforts. Alrighty, platinum, which we needed because we need to make more flux gates, and they take more processors, which we have. Okay. I'll find the right floor eventually. All right. I wish we could plus into this. That'd be great. So processor, fluxite, and platinum. Okay, so fluxite is like this. Processors go there. Platinum goes there. What'd you miss? We talked about how allergies suck, and I hope no one has them. Because yeah, I'm clawing my skin off over here, and give it 45 minutes, so 10:30, hopefully my allergy meds will kick in, and I won't be, dying. And then we automated this. Yep, we can show you that. So if we were to take some platinum and we want to dupe it, you know, when we use it, we can put it in there, and we used a simple clicker to activate the tap and then an item pipe to pull it out, and it will automatically make ingots of stuff for us. So if we look at like cluster, we could steal any of these. Well, except redstone, that's not going to work. Come on, give me an... There we go. Aluminum. Oh, I missed it. Copper. There we go. So if we put one of these in, it should give 2 ingots worth of copper for 1 copper cluster. So come look and tell us that here. Yep, 2 ingots. So now you can put it in there, and the simple clicker clicks it, and you can process your materials and duplicate them. So we did that for platinum. Smoke from Canada. Man, if you're that close, why not just go on over? I hear Canadians are nice. Let's see. We could put some stuff away. We were gonna make more, but we needed more flux gates. Right? Right. And that's what we just made in the assembler. More flux gates. Okay. And we needed more of that because we were making more of these. Okay. Yes. Now I see. So that should craft up 4. Did I not put them in the right order? Ouch. Uses. Did not put them in the right order. There we go. Alrighty. The only downside is the hurry up and wait. Was there time in a bottle in here? No, that's right. We're time wand. We need to get to that for tick acceleration. Ooh. All right, there's some more superconductors. We need more of these guide rings. Industrial glass can be made with... Sure. That works. Alrighty. We'll make some glass. And then particle accelerator guide rings. I don't know how many of them we're going to need. Particle accelerator guide rings. All right. 6. Hopefully 6 is enough. Tachyon absorber. Need more superconductors. Dubious container. We need more inderic compound, which is made in the centrifuge by spinning skulk, or we can fragment ender pearls. Let's do that. Since when do ender pearls stack to 64? Holy cow. You're so busy with videos all the time. Understandable. Thanks for taking the time to come watch. Looks like you play a lot of Minecraft. Relatable. I also play a lot of Minecraft. All right. Indiric Compound. Yeah, that's much cheaper than how we had to make it the first time. Okay. Now we just need more flux gates. Imagine that. Which means we need more processors. Plastic, carbon, electrum, redstone. Plastic, carbon fiber strands, electrum, and redstone. Electrum, redstone. Sweet. And then to the assembler. I am going to have to stop pretty much right on time today, though, even though we started a little late, because the 14-year-old took a tumble and broke their cell phone, and, you know, it was like not something stupid, so we've got to go to the T-Mobile store and see about getting a new cell phone. They've also had this phone for 4 years now, 3 or 4 years, so... Fair enough. Tier 3 pocket storages. Oh my god, we've got like pocket storages for days. I'm teaching you tech without knowing it. Oh, well, hey, I am glad to do it. That's why I like making the videos, is I enjoy this stuff. I enjoy figuring it out, which is what the streams are better for, because like fumbling through this to record a video kind of sucks, but I do give you guys a lot of the just raw experience. Like, I mean, it's kind of how Dyer plays too, and I like Dyer's content a lot. So, but I do also try not to watch content creators that are playing the same pack as me. So, you know, I try not to watch anybody else's on a pack I'm playing, because I don't want it to shape my playthrough to make it, you know, because then I'm just copycatting or parroting whatever, you know, Chosen or Dyer or, you know, any of the big ones are saying. $26. Yeah, no, they're fine. We have really good public transportation here where we are in Colorado, and so both of the kids know how to use it, and the public transportation is free for children under the age of 19 here. So my kids basically both live on public transportation. I'm going to go to the mall. I'm going to go to a friend's house, and they just walk up to the bus stop, and off they go. Oh, a 16K ME storage component. I feel like we have a lot of storage stuff that we've gotten for free. Not too much. Look at all them pocket storages. Tier 4, Tier 3, Tier 3, Tier 3, Tier 1. Pipe. Those in. Ooh, was that flux point free, or did we make it? Can't remember. Oh man, AE2 is a bear. I want to say, I don't know if it might have been All the Mods 10. One of them, either All the Mods 10, I think it was All the Mods 10, I did a pretty good, like, 2-episode thing on it. It all depends on, like, what point you're at with AE2. The point where you start to run out of channels, and you got to start thinking about, like, am I going to build a big cube and just use all the raw channels, or am I going to subnet and use P2P tunnels? You know, that gets crazy. We are to that point in Prison Escapes where I put the cube in the wrong place. I'm going to have to move stuff around the base on that one. So that'll probably be what I'm doing after we get done going and getting a replacement cell phone this afternoon. Is I need to do some off-camera work on prison escapes. There's a new SMP that I was invited to play on. I gotta go test that world and make sure I can get on that server, and that everything is good there. So I got a good bit to do this afternoon. It's gonna be an interesting SMP because it's gonna push me outside my comfort zone on a mod that I am not all that familiar with. But we're supposed to tease. We're not supposed to say anything more yet, supposedly. I probably ought to go read all that chat too. I've been tagged at least once in there. But yeah, our buddy Stock Gaming that's in the live stream sometimes when he's not streaming at the same time as me. But he plays on the servers with us. He invited me to do this new SMP that we're gonna do. All right. We did the canola oil stuff. We pinned the matter condenser. We got the atomic forge done. So let's clean up our pins up here. That's done. That is not done. That's what we're still kind of working on. Okay. So there's more processors. And we needed those because we're trying to make the tachyon absorber, and we need flux gates. There we go. So let's do that, and then this, and then it's platinum, right? There we go. Yeah. It's coming soon. We don't have a start date yet, but they did get the server up, and they've got us a link to a Modrinth pack for testing. They've had a few people on, it looks like, trying to make sure that everything's working and everybody can get on the server. I think they're scouting for what seed they want us to start on. But it's going to be, from what I understand, the idea is to play close, have an economy. You know, we'll do like diamond trades for stuff, and you know, try and interact with other creators. We'll have mods in there for. It looks like they're going to have replay mod in there, which I'm excited if they've gotten replay mod to work with NeoForge, because I love replay mod, but you know, once you started playing like heavy modded stuff, replay mod, the original replay mod is only on Fabric, so most of your big mod packs are Forge, and I haven't been able to use replay mod in forever. Back since my vanilla playthrough. And I used it when I did the, when I solved Mumbo Jumbo's Rubik's Cube. He made a, in Minecraft, Rubik's Cube with Create, and I solved it in a video, recorded that in replay mod. Oh. All right. Give me some flux gates. Okay, that should be enough, right? So, tachyon absorber. Why do I keep doing that? Why don't I just hold control and let it craft it? Need one more battery. We're out of electrum. Guess we're out of electrum. Okay, let's make some more electrum. We can make it in here, molten gold and silver. Gold, silver and gold, silver and gold. We could probably do that in the foundry, right? Dang, we've had a pretty steady viewership over on YouTube today. Better than the last few weeks. But I'm not supposed to look at those things. Don't ever look at your views while you're streaming, according to, you know, somebody not me who said that. So there's that. Now we've made our battery. Now we can make our big solar panel and our tachyon absorber. And then the last one, we just need an observer. Okay. All right. And then what else? We need our particle accelerator again. Whoa. Oh, there it is. Okay. So now that we have all that, it'd be really cool to be able to know what I'm doing with it. Promethium. We're doing this accelerator thing, though, because we need something from that. Yes, we need these overcharged crystals, which we get by combining fluxite and electrum dust. Where are we going to get electrum dust? From the fragmenting forge. Okay, electrum dust. All right, fragmenting forge. What was I gonna fragment? I've already forgotten. Dear Lord, electrum for electrum dust. Okay. Playing on an actual SMP. Yeah, man, it's gonna be fun. The downside is coordination, and then like, I mean, the only person I've ever even talked to, which I don't think I've talked like in a chat channel with him, is Stalk. But no, I think he's been on our server a couple times on the Discord, but I don't know. Maybe I haven't, so we'll see. I mean, it'll be my first time trying it, so we'll see how it goes. I was thankful to be, well, actually, it's not my first time trying it. I tried with another series, and basically nobody ever made any content on the server, even after I went through, you know, all kinds of trouble to set one up for everybody. But we didn't get beyond the first episode recording, and most people never put any content out from it. So I was just like, well, that was a waste of my time. All right, so there is 6 electrum dust, and we are going to collide that, however we do this, with fluxite. Okay. All right, we need space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the woolly ship Enterprise. Do we have building gadgets? We do. Cool. All right. So, Get, good God. Really? Really? You know that part where I was like, I should go deposit my, you know, experience because I'm notorious for doing stupid things and dying? Yep. I don't know. I think they're looking for already active content creators. All I know is Stalk asked me if I was interested and added me to their stuff. Wait, where's my tool belt inventory? There we go. I keep forgetting I have on the tool belt too. All right, building gadget. So let's grab some cobble and we'll select it. And then what do we have? Range, horizontal wall, surface. Let's just do some build to me. There's an airdrop coming down over there. And then now let's do a surface. And we want it to be 15, but I want it out here. Like, can we do... That's not... This is not what I want you to do. Let's go back to build to me. I used to know better how to do this crap. Okay, so we'll go... I don't know how big this platform needs to be for the particle accelerator, but I know it needs to be pretty big. So let's do a build to me like that, and then we'll go out the other way. 2. Sweet, and then I can put my building gadget away and grab out the stick. Okay, we're gonna need more cobble. Okay. There we go. I broke the stick. No. We have a thing though. If I remember right, I saw like upgrade for the stick somewhere where if you put it on the stick, it makes the stick not die. Do I have that? No. Okay, it's fine. Shoot. Finish. There we go. Cool. Looks like we're missing a few rows, but that should be all right. Okay, let's go look at this guide, because I have no idea what I was doing. 3 progressively larger rings. All right, once inserted, the particle travels along the route. Accelerator controllers. I'm so confused on how I make them collide. Redstone switches. Build a ring from guide rings and motors. Once an inserted particle is up to speed, insert a second particle into the same ring to create a collision. Okay, and that looks like it's like 5 or 6 blocks. All right, let's just play with it. That's why many people get the schematics. Well, yeah. I don't want no stinking schematic. I want to figure it out. I'm a smart guy, okay? See, like, look, there's proof of how smart of a guy I am. I've died 21 times, and most of them are stupid things like jumping off the top and not opening your elytra. Is that airdrop still coming? Is there like an airdrop frozen over here? What's going on with this? Does the loot generate while it's in the air? No, you can't even get to it. There's like a frozen airdrop. That's funny. All right, so we need a particle accelerator guide ring. We need a sensor. We need this. Okay, so you go like this. There. Okay. And then if you go here. Nope, you need to go here. And then if you turn. Like that. Well, no, I want you to go the other way. Okay, this is not cooperating. There we go. All right. So then if I go 2 more over. Okay. Oh boy. I'll figure out how you place these about the time we're done. There we go. We are going to need more accelerators. Or guide rings. Okay, so 1, 2, and then if I put you that way, nope. It goes right there. Nope. Goes right there. Yes. Okay, so I need, what, 2 more, it looks like? Hopefully. 2 more. So 2 more guide rings. Ouch. Go watch a vid with my tail between my legs. Hey, I occasionally have to resort to like videos, but there are a lot of resources that aren't videos, and I prefer to try to do it that way because then I can put my own spin on it. Because I'm, you know, I record myself playing video games and talking on the internet because I'm vain, I guess. I don't know. I don't really think I am. Maybe I am. Who knows? What was I doing? Guide rings. We need more superconductors. Flux gates, fine wire, dubious containers. So flux gate, fine wire, dubious containers, and something. Energite. So dubious. Doobie doobie doo. There we go. Okay. Into the assembler. Go, go, gadget assembler. You know, if you mute your mic to sneeze, it's a good idea to unmute your mic, and then people can hear you. Or when you're like just talking to yourself and you look over and realize the mic line's not moving. Sorry. So yeah. Oops. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. Okay, and then 1, 2, boom. Okay. Insert an item you want to accelerate. Okay. What does waiting mean? Do you need like redstone signal or something? Do I have anything to make a redstone signal with? No. Button. Nope. Waiting to accelerate. Does this need power? Flux point. Nope. Power doesn't connect to it. Okay. Oh, wait. Do we need accelerators or something? What are these other things? Switches. Um. What are those things? Particle accelerator or attack. Your guide sucks. Oh. All right, let's see. At Oratech particle, maybe? Did I miss creating, like, making something? Accelerator setup. Oh, we need these motors. We need more of them, I think. Ah! There we go. More of them. How can you tell if it's going fast enough? We hope and we pray. And the truffle shuffle helps. I have no clue. We're gonna figure it out. We needed these thingies. Dang it. These. We need more of these. So, some more batteries. Okay. Steel. How do I make steel? Not dark steel. This steel. Blast furnace. No. Item casting steel. No. Steel dust. We can probably do it in the alloyer, right? Yes, and it's coal coke. There we go. Coal coke and iron. And then we can just come up here and come to our forge foundry. There we go. Truffle shuffle, truffle shuffle. Just do it, Chunk. We have a doormat out front that says, but first you gotta do the truffle shuffle. Alright. We're gonna stand up. Elevator going up. All right, Mike needs to come up a little while I'm standing. There we go. Now, that feels a whole lot better. Got myself a sit-stand desk for Christmas-ish. Got suckered into the Temu, the Temu, you know, purchasing, and to be honest, it was a frame, and I already had plenty of the, like, IKEA work surfaces that they sell, because I got those super cheap a while back. I like it. It's stable, goes up and down just fine. I wish it had better, like, cable management that had come with it, so I'm still trying to find cable management I like for the sit-stand desk, but I've got everything tidy for right now, and it works. And it doesn't have any problem with picking up my big old heavy tower. That's something I need to get put together, too. Squirrel's on me about all these bots and stuff I need to get going in Discord, but it would be nice to have them for chat so people can know, you know, rig specs, and, you know, I don't mind. I might polish up the turd a little more and take some pictures. I call it a turd. It's actually really nice. I have a really nice setup. Okay. Just call me spoiled. All right. All right, so there's two of these motors. So these are the piece that I'm missing from the pictures I've been looking at. And looks like they can go like right here. And these take power. Okay, okay, we're getting somewhere. Big Woolly's network, and then if I go right here and get out some energy pipe. Well, that's not letting me wrench it, so we need the Oratech wrench. Well, why are you not providing power to that one? Huh? What is your major malfunction, numbnuts? What do we have for energy pipe? I guess we've been doing basic energy or universals, so let's make some of them. Universal. Okay. There we go. Now we got it on that side. And all right, let's go see how our new power is doing. It is burning the turbo fuel. Cool. What are you putting out? Hard to say. 2 to 4K FE a tick, something like that. Okay, so now we've got the particle accelerators. No, it's not a redstone signal it wants. Is this ring not correct? Looks right to me. What's up, Dadman Andy? How you doing? Liquid cooling setup. Yeah, I upgraded to platforms and I'm having some trouble with my 7700. I say trouble loosely. Apparently, the new AM5 stuff just runs hot. You can play vicariously through me. Yes, you can. That's one of the benefits. But yeah, so the 7700X, it runs really, really, really hot. I don't understand why this is not accelerating it. Do the thing. Do you need to accelerate the fluxite? Am I going to have to go, like, watch a video? I don't want to have to watch a video. How do I initiate the thing? How you tell it, go gadget smasher. Once inserted, particle travels along the route. They can be right-clicked to add a 45-degree turn to one side. Is my ring too big or are they too far apart? Is that what's happening? Do I have the accelerators on the wrong side of the thing? So, I mean, let's just make this smaller, I guess, for starters. Okay. And then like that. Nope. Like that. Other way. So then I can go skip one, it looks like. I could skip one again. Okay. Nope, I need to place it facing this way. There we go. All right, so the end that is movable is the side closest to you when you place them. Waiting. What are you waiting on? Let's see what Google has to say. Ortec particle accelerator. What's up, Crypto Shaped? How you doing, bud? Waiting. Players can build the accelerator, blah, blah, blah. Speeds measured. Currently in beta. Yeah, that didn't help none. There's a dire video. I might have to mute my desktop audio while I watch a dire video or something. Or I guess I could do it on my phone. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. This is here. Let me give you my I don't know what I'm doing face. Oh, but the phantoms are gonna eat me if I stay out here. All right. There you go. That's the I don't know what I'm doing face, and that's the I'll beat you if you ask too many questions one. You don't act like you work. We all know you don't work. Crypto Shape. You play it working. All right, let's see. Dire Wolf Particle Accelerator. All right. Oh God, I don't need that much audio. All right, more steel. I think I have it figured out. There we go with that. Here we go with this. This goes there. And then if we do this, and it goes a little something like this. No. Like that. Ha-ha! Look at it. It's at 2 meters per second, 3 meters, 4 meters. Okay. 6 meters. So it's going to pick up 2 every time. So we need it at 500 meters a second before we put in the Fluxite, is what I understand. We just got to hope it doesn't kick it out of the ring before then. Oh, look at it. It's going. Oh, it exited at 200. Okay, so I guess let's try again. And we'll just stick it in at like 100 and see what happens. Yeah, I just watched a small video on it and my brain exploded. Yeah, no, I literally pulled up the Dyer video and just went to his setup, and I was just missing the one guide in between the pieces. So we're gonna go when it gets to 100 and see what happens, because I don't really remember. It says it needs 1,000 joules, but that doesn't tell me how to get there. So we're gonna just aim for like 100 and put it in. Oh, no. All right. Well, at least we've got this part figured out, like to get it going, but it looks like we're gonna need to exit this ring somehow. Do I need a second accelerator? Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, we figured out part of it, the part we were missing, but now we got to figure out what's going on with. Yeah, but get to the collisions, Dyer. Oh boy, yeah, I am not understanding. Not getting it. All right, so I've got a ring that I can put stuff in, but I can't put another item in there to collide with it, or the stuff I'm doing doesn't make a big enough. You know what? Let's avoid the problem by going and getting this airdrop. Inanite, okay. Look at that. There's the Paxil I was trying to figure out how to make. Man, these things dropping Awaken Supremium is kind of crazy. Oh, look at that. A whole friggin' 64 buckets of turbo fuel. Heck yeah. ME requester? More turbo fuel? They're just being nice now. All right, let's put some of this stuff up. The freebies, I guess, is what I'm trying to get out of my inventory. Well, that's not what I was trying to do. I wanted to put that stuff in here. Dang it. How many of y'all caught that I was putting that in a chest and not in my backpack? Y'all probably all saw it. You're smart. Look at that. That's like 128 millibuckets of turbo fuel for free for our fuel generator. We could go pipe some of that in and just avoid the problem of the thing we don't know what we're doing right now. Yeah. Why don't we do that? Let's procrastinate. Why do right now what you can put off until tomorrow? I need to get on top of this machine. Thank you. There we go. So, if we were to take one of these things of turbo fuel and put it, oh, I don't know, like right there. I can actually stack those, right? And they work like one unit. Then if we go fluid pipe, out of that, and then we go like this, yeah, that's gonna work. I thought these would like pull from one to the other. Nope. All right, so this should keep that full on turbo fuel. Now it is awesome. See, look, if you just find other things to do other than work on the thing that you're struggling with, you don't have to fix your problems right away. $10.57. All right, I have no clue what I'm doing. This is bad. Oh, we got 64 Electrum from somewhere. Did we make that? I don't think we did. Maybe we did. Oh, yeah, we did. We had the gold and silver in the alloyer, the forge. Okay. Synergy, destroyer, drone, bedrock extractor, promethium. That's right. We're working on overcharged crystals. Required collision energy. Injects particles into particle accelerator guide rings. Okay. Activate the top tank with a wrench. Okay. With the configurator or any wrench? Let's see, there's a configurator. Some Shadow Pulse soil. Nice. Oh, God. This was not what I meant to do. Aha! Had to shift right click it, but yes, it worked. Sweet. So now that'll drain from the top one into that one, into here, and we're golden. We got fuel. Now we just got to figure out this stupid particle accelerator thingy. So the kid doesn't really want to have to change brands of phone. They've had this OnePlus Nord N10 for years, like 3 or 4 years. But T-Mobile quit carrying OnePlus. So unless we just go buy the thing outright, it's gonna have to be a different phone. So guess we'll see when we get there. Probably leaning towards like a Pixel. Google has the new like 9A, which is the budget version of the Pixel. I think that'd probably be good for like a 14-year-old. I mean, I'm definitely not getting them a 9 Pro XL like mine. Sorry, kid, you don't deserve a $1,000 cell phone. Brave on you to learn rocket science. I mean, I've learned so much through Minecraft, you know. Hey, look, our fully in Trox thingamajig did its doohickey. Intro crystals. Yay, we can get into like the concurrent processors and stuff. Whoop, whoop. I feel very distracted. So I don't think I'm distracted at all. I think I'm still on task, but I feel like I'm very distracted. So let's pause and look at the clipboard because, man, I feel like this thing is off the rails right now. Let's put some stuff up. Yeah, and then Skulk there. Here's the pieces we haven't used yet. All right. You know what? We could shift gears. And I can look into this in between weeks rather than just bashing my head against it here. I can like do my homework on trying to figure out how to make it work. And by do my homework, I mean watch Dyer figure out how to make it work and then, you know, copy that to here. We could work on automating our Just Dyer's Things stuffs, which is on the clipboard as well. Dude, did I leave the mob farm running? Yes, I did, apparently. Wait, why are you not getting pushed into the mob masher? He did, but not everything's getting pushed in. Okay, all those fans are working. See, like, look, there's that creeper who didn't get pushed in until he saw me and tried to walk into it. I don't know what's up with that. Okay. Can't we make a Dyer Paxel? Yes, in the smithing table, we just need a shovel, an axe, and a pickaxe. So we got a shovel and a pickaxe. Do we have an axe? Not in there. What about in here? Axe. No. So Eclipse alloy. Ah, dang it. We need friggin' range on our AE2 as well. Okay. Let's do something. Wireless. Oh, that's right. We were looking because the Quantum Bridge card is our only dimensional They don't even have the infinite range booster for this zone. Ugh. Man, staying up late gets harder the older you get. I can make these overcharged crystals this other way, though. Why don't we do that, actually? All right, so superconductors, we just need more dubious containers, I think. So flux gates, we've got. Fine wire. We're almost out of. Let's make some more. Dubious container. Indubitably. Okay. Uh-oh. We're out of those plastics. Where did they come from? The HDPE sheets. HDPE. They come from centrifuging raw biopolymer, which comes from packed wheat. Okay. So there's some packed wheat. Centrifuge. Packed wheat. With water. Okay. And then we need fluid pipes. Fluid pipes. Right there. No. Like this and then over. Cool. And then you can extract. Sweet. And get some more water. All right, so we will let that process up some more biopolymer, which we can then turn into more HDPE sheets. And we were making this stuff, so we need these. So we just need the energite. Okay, and now to the assembler. So it goes like that. Heck yeah. Hey, Wooly, got to get back to work. Had a blast watching. You take care, okay? You have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you being here. All right, what are we doing? We are doing something. 4 shores. We were not doing that. We were working on making these overcharged crystals the expensive way. And it is definitely the expensive way. Holy cow. Uh-huh. So then 2 of these batteries. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we need 2 of the overcharged crystals. Okay, 2 of the overcharged crystals. And now 2 overcharged crystals with a super AI makes a Heisenberg compensator? No. Heisenberg compensator with the 2 overcharged makes promethium. Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. Now I've done forgot. Promethium. Heisenberg. Okay. Is it gonna work? There we go. We are going to need another Heisenberg compensator, though, which is super AI chips and those, which we made but never made. Super duper AI. Super AI? Thought we had some. Come on. Chip. Durotanium. Wait, do we have what do we do? What do we do? We do this. So advanced computing engine. Okay. Advanced computing engine. Advanced. Nope, we only have one. So we got to make another one of them, which is wafers and chips. So wafer, silicon wafer is just okay. So silicone and carbon fiber strands. There's our promethium. All right, there's 4. Super AI is those, but we need these, which is that and that. Okay, so processor. Okay, so a processor with 2 of these gives me another one of those. Advanced. Okay, and then now 2 of them and durotanium. DUR. Dur. All right, getting somewhere, finally. Ow. Super AI chip, and then that gets used with adamant. So super AI, adamant. And this is just so we can stay in the rift. I think it gives us 5 minutes. The first tier, which is like nothing, but it's better than what we had in the rift. Boy, I was unstruggled today figuring this stuff out. Okay, where are we on getting our time crystal? We need a teleportation core, which means we need atomic alloy, which means we have to go fully in the mechanism rabbit hole son of a... Okay, it's okay, Wooly. It's okay. Down the mechanism rabbit hole, I guess we go. So we need metallurgic infusers. These. We're gonna need a bunch of them. Let's make like 6 or something. Perfect. And then uses on the metallurgic infuser. To get our infused alloy, we are in copper and redstone, and now we need an enrichment chamber. About 4 of these. Mm. Thankfully, I'm not itching my skin off anymore. But I think the allergy meds are making me sleepy, which is wonderful. Wonderful. All right, enrichment chamber. So we need redstone. Check. We need diamond. Check. We need obsidian. Not bobsidian. Ooh, we are low on obsidian, but we should have some mo over here. Not much, but enough. Okay, we don't necessarily need coal for any of this, right? Right. So uses on obsidian, it gets put in the mechanism crusher to turn into obsidian dust, which then gets refined with diamond. Okay, and so we're gonna need a crusher. We've got a crusher downstairs, though. Oh, look, we set all this up. Ha ha! I just made a bunch of stuff for nothing. Dang it. Where's our enrichment chamber? There's our enrichment chamber. Enrich me some redstone. Okay. Carbon. Redstone. Okay, and then now we need copper. And iron, right? Basic control circuits. Where do we get those from? Basic control. Osmium. There we go. Osmium. All right, and let's get some diamond going, and let's get some obsidian in the crusher. Don't need no more diamonds. There we go. All right, so there's infused alloy. Let's make it into the blue one. Sorry for the dead air there. All right, there is our reinforced. And now let's get over here to our atomic. Mechanism schmechanism. Promethium. Heck yeah. Sweet. All right, so teleportation core. And that should, we need an abyssal pearl. So that goes in the middle. This goes on the outside. This goes on the outside. Promethium we need. We've got it. It goes on the outside. And an echo shard. Echo shard. Okay. To the Empowerer. Okay. And we need to get all of you and you and you out of there. And then we go around the outside with this stuff. Why are you not stacking? Needs to stack. Stack up. Okay, and then abyssal pearl. Sweet. Whoa! Made noises. Rift attenuation crystal. Okay. The goo responds. Interestingly enough, it seems the armor that the goo helped create responds well to the rift dimension. Wearing this armor seems to extend my stay in the rift just a little longer. Craft and equip either the Celestium or Eclipse alloy tier armor to further extend your rift charge. Oh, well, we already did something that I didn't know we needed to do. Heck yeah. All right, what are these rings we just got? Max health and experience gained. So we got 1 health. That's attack damage. That's experience gained. So let's get rid of that one and put that one on. And then get rid of that and put that on. There we go. Bunch of health. Heck yeah. Alright, we can put up this canola stuff because we're done with that for a while. Put up all this stuff. Those rings. We put our backpack back. This can go here. I wonder how these attenuation crystals work. Do I only want to take one in with me? Do they go in a backpack? Let's put them in the backpack. We'll put this up and this up and this up. Put most of the rest of that up until probably next week, because I have no idea on that particle collision stuff. It is kind of crazy. All right, so let's go read